Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera, Semak EPL minggu ke-36. Ada lagi dua lagi perlawanan. Saya Amin Fuad. Hari ini bersama dengan Manchester United punya fan, Zubir Muhili. Terima kasih Zubir kerana kira kau teman aku lah malam ni sebab sebab aku ada cakap sebelum ni yang tak banyak insiden. Perlawanan yang sebelum-sebelum ni tak banyak talking point sebab Leicester menang, Spurs menang, Arsenal pula menang lawan Liverpool. Nak cakap pasal Liverpool dah champion kan. So aku ambil kesempatan ni untuk jadi bias sikit lah dengan United sebab kita nak tahu chance United untuk main Champions League macam mana kan. Okay, kita start dulu dengan game lawan Crystal Palace. Kau rasa United bernasib baik ataupun kau rasa sebenarnya United deserve lah untuk menang?
Pada pandanganku, United deserve to win the game because the chances yang United created pun adalah, kira tak adalah nak kata banyak kan, tapi maksudnya but we still have chances, and then dengan yang cukup, and then with Bruno Fernandes hitting the post. So I think overall United deserve to win the game.
Okay, ada dua insiden yang orang kata yang macam tak berpihak kepada Crystal Palace. Number one adalah insiden Lindelof dengan siapa? Dengan Zaha. Okay, kau rasa tu penalti atau tidak?
Because tengok live, masa live incident tu memang nampak looks like a penalty. Tapi bila tengok balik the replay, with the VAR punya replay tu, nampak macam just a clash of leg tau. Nampak macam terlanggar je, nampak bukanlah Lindelof pergi tackle. It's just macam it's terlanggar lah. So tapi if referee bagi, is something that we understand. We understand kalau dia bagi penalty, but it's good that it's not a penalty lah.
Untuk United fan of course is good. Tapi untuk kau rasa benda tu macam 50-50 lah kan? Boleh bagi, boleh tak bagi lah?
Boleh bagi, boleh tak bagi, betul.
I see, okay. Second incident, kita bercakap pasal offside. Aku nak tahu pandangan kau pasal offside dengan VAR punya ni apa semua. Bila kita tengok VAR, mula-mula nampak macam onside. Tapi bila kita tengok VAR, benda tu macam sentimeter, inches je yang offside. Untuk kau, kalau kau lah, kau sebagai striker, kau sebagai penyerang, adakah patutnya diberi advantage sikit, kalau walaupun sikit je patut diberi advantage pada penyerang tak offside, ataupun sebenarnya kalau 2-3 cm, 2-3 inci kalau offside memang offside?
Okay, if I'm speaking for strikers, I think you're talking about centimeters too doesn't really make a difference. So for me, it should be given advantage lah for the strikers. Sebab it's not clear offside lah sebenarnya. Sometimes it's just macam kau punya toe je lebih sikit kan. So for me offside punya, I don't know, for offside punya rule ni maybe they have to look into it lah, macam how do you want to define it as a clear offside. Betul.
So kau lebih kepada advantage kepada attacker lah macam tu?
Betul. Yes.
Tapi of course you happy lah because tak kira kan, betul lah kan?
Betul.
And then rival fan, habis aku masuk sikit lah rival fan kan. Rival fan cakap lah, dia kata lepas lockdown ni VAR dengan referee ni banyak side United ni. Apa cerita ni Zubir?
Tak adalah Min. Kalau kita tengok over the past 20 years lah, we will say 20 years memang even before wujudnya VAR ni, memang most of the decision ni memang goes to the big clubs. Macam kalau kita tengok big clubs main dengan smaller clubs kan, the advantage always goes to the big clubs because they are big clubs, they are more to win and more to lose.
So memang secara dasarnya memang big clubs ni memang ada advantage lah.
Betul.
Tapi Arsenal fan cakap tak kena kat dia orang, kena kat United je.
Tak kena. Maybe sebab Arsenal dah consider a small club kot.
Marah Arsenal fan kat luar tu. Bila kita bercakap pasal performance United, of course kita akan bercakap pasal penyerang United, especially kita nak cakap pasal Anthony Martial. Kita tahu Greenwood, Martial dengan Rashford, dengan even Bruno Fernandes contribute banyak, especially lepas lockdown. dari segi goal, dari segi assist apa semua. Tapi aku nak cakap specifically pasal Martial. Argument dia kat sini, aku ada argument dengan United fan seorang ni, dia rate Martial. Dia cakap Martial ni boleh jadi the next Ronaldo.
Okay.
Tapi aku punya argument pula, dia macam selalu hentam aku because dia rasa macam aku ni tak fan Martial. Dia rasa Martial ni, dia ingat aku cakap Martial tak bagus. Bukan sebab tu. Aku just rasa Martial tak konsisten. Itu sahaja. Tapi dari segi talent, kita tahu Martial ni memang talented. Tapi untuk kau Zubi, kau rasa macam mana?
Okay, aku agree dengan kau, Amin. Aku pun find that Martial, in terms of abilities, we are not questioning his abilities. But in terms of consistency, sometimes that is his problem. Dia tak consistent. You're talking about me. You're talking about 3-4 good games and then the next 5 games he's missing. So, playing for the biggest club in the world. So, and our philosophy, our strikers, we need to score a lot of goals. I mean, and then you are talking about we have been blessed lah. We have been blessed with good strikers kan. Macam Van Nistelrooy, macam Rooney, and then Tevez for a short period of time, Berbatov, Andy Cole, Dwight York. They are all scorers.
Robin Van
They are all
Persie.
scorers. Robin Van Persie, yes. The one that won us our 20th title lah. So we are blessed with good strikers. So I think maybe we are a bit how to say, we are a bit critical on him jugalah. We are a bit harsh on him because it's not that we are comparing, but it's just that strikers, I mean, when talking about strikers, we are expecting you to score 30 goals every season. It's not that you are scoring 20 this season and then next season you are scoring 10 goals. So I think that is consistency lah, which aku agree dengan kau.
Kau rasa perlukan striker lain tak? Since kalau kau tengok Martial 3-4 game ni ataupun lepas lockdown ni dia nampak macam konsisten sikit. Kau rasa perlukan another striker tak?
Okay, for me you need to add another striker to add more competition. Sebab if you look into our team kan over the past 10-15 years, kita memang we always have 4 strikers in the team. So that when kalau ada injury ke, ada let's say macam you're not performing, you still have other strikers to come in to step in and contributing. So what is our problem currently? Our front three ni memang aku suka lah, Greenwood, Rashford. For a defenders, is hard to mark a strikers when they are dorang ni tak stay in one place lah, because that. But for United punya front three ni, sometimes you see Rashford on the right and then Greenwood will go on the left. So it makes harder for the opponent to defend our front three.
Tapi kalau katakan beli another striker, tak ke akan membantutkan salah seorang front three kita, macam kalau contoh Harry Kane ke masuk United, tiba-tiba kena korbankan Martial, Greenwood ataupun Rashford, ataupun maybe Martial tak main.
Okay, for me, I mean, it's all up to the attitude of the players lah, and how the managers look into squad, whether, because for me, when you add another so-called world class, will only help the team, especially macam Greenwood. You're talking about 18 years old, Rashford 22 years old. They are still young, I mean. So they are, when you have a world-class strikers with them, they will only improve. So for me, it's actually benefit the team.
Okay, now aku nak cakap pasal chances United untuk ke Champions League. Kalau ikutkan hari tu, kalau United menang lawan Southampton, kira United dah boleh naik ke nombor 3. Tapi sayangnya United seri dan sekarang ni baru menang lawan Crystal Palace, level on points dengan Leicester. Kalau kau tengok schedule ataupun perlawanan-perlawanan akan datang lah, United akan lawan West Ham dan Leicester. Leicester pula akan berdepan Spurs dan United dan Chelsea, Liverpool dan last kali game aku tak pasti. Tapi kau tengok Wolf. So kalau kau tengok perlawanan akan datang ni, kau rasa United ada chance nak main Champions League?
I think, I mean, from my view lah, kalau based on the last two games ni, I think we have the best chances. because we are playing in West Ham at home, we should win that game. We should win that game. And Leicester, they are playing Spurs away. And Spurs pun sekarang ni, I think they are still fighting to get top 5. So I don't think Spurs too will be an easy game for them. And like what you mentioned earlier lah, they will be playing United final game. And then for Chelsea pula, next game against Liverpool, it will be a very tough game. And last game against Wolverhampton Wanderers, another team that are playing to play in Europe next season. Yes. So in terms of fixtures, United have the best fixtures.
I see. Okay.
So so I'm expecting United to get top 4.
Okay, sebelum kita akhiri kita punya perbincangan ni, so far siapa player of the season untuk United kau rasa?
Player of the season, I mean, I'm not being biased, even though he's been only played for, I don't know, I think he's been playing for maybe 11 games.
Ya,
my player of the season is Bruno Fernandes
lah.
Betul. Because you see the impact that since he joined, we have not lost since he joined.
19 games and unbeaten lah.
19 games unbeaten, but I think with Fernandes, I'm not too sure how many games, but 11 games in the Premier League. But if you're talking about we're talking about from August, I mean, over throughout of the season, and I have 2 names lah. I have 2 names that I think can be our player of the season. One is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I think he has improved our defense. And another player ni, I think lately ni is a bit unfortunate for him lah, because he's not been playing since Pogba by injury, and then Fernandes joined the team. Fred. I think Fred pun he has been improving. I think he has improved tremendously lah over the last 1 year.
Okay. Adakah kau daripada 10 lah, 1 ke 10 being the best ataupun paling tinggi, 1 paling rendah, apa kau punya rate dekat Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, ataupun kau rasa kau tak nak rate dia lagi selagi tak habis lagi season?
Okay, I think since we're talking about rating, I think I will give him maybe 7.
Oh, that's very high.
7? Yes. Okay.
But kalau dia tak qualify Champions League macam mana?
Okay, the reason I give him that kind of rating, since he joined, we can see the improvement of Rashford, improvement of Martial, improvement of Fred, and then the players that he's brought in, macam Wan-Bissaka, Maguire. I think Maguire pun, obviously there's some question marks lah over him, but I still think that he has improved our defense. So and players like Greenwood, Brandon Williams, all these youth players that he has brought in, I think he's brought back the United way lah.
Culture lah.
Because the culture, yes, correct.
Even kalau tak qualify Champions League,
Yes. Because I mean rebuilding team, you're not talking about 1 year, 2 years. Because kalau kita nak cakap macam tu, Klopp pun tak qualify for Champions League in his first season. No,
you are wrong there. Klopp masa dia took over, halfway of season dia tak habis, tapi dia punya first full season dia dapat top 4. This is first full season. Itu yang orang confuse sikit sebenarnya, sebab orang ingat memang betul masa Ole took over kita tak qualify Champions League kan masa half last year. Betul,
yes.
So actually Klopp, kalau betul Ole wants to follow Klopp punya footstep, he has to qualify for the Champions League.
Yeah, betul. Yes. So back to qualifying for Champions League. Okay, I think we can really blame him lah, for example lah, kalau if we don't finish top 4 kan, because I think over the last maybe 1.5 years, I think the way we play, we're talking about the way we play, our philosophy, and
Better lah
in the youth players to playing in the so we have improved and we have a really good chance to actually qualify for championship this season, and we are still in the FA Cup semi-final, we are still in the Europa League. So I feel that if we can win one of the trophy or maybe both, I would say it's a very very good season for us.
Yalah, actually sebenarnya to be fair lah even for myself, aku sebenarnya predict yang sebenarnya United at least top 6, top 7 je dengan Ole this season. I didn't expect United to challenge. But of course, aku ni memang jenis yang very critical. I won't judge somebody until benda tu dah settle. So for me, dah happen. Macam contoh kalau Ole dapat Champions League, and then to me that is a very successful season lah untuk dia.
Betul, agree.
Okay, so itu sahaja aku rasa perbincangan yang agak bias daripada aku dan juga Zubir. sebab hostnya pun support United kan. So nak ucapkan terima kasih kepada Zubir sekali lagi. Kita jumpa lagi minggu depan ataupun bukan minggu depan lah untuk next game week, which is sebenarnya game bola sejak lockdown ni hari-hari ada game. Penat nak kejar sebenarnya.
Betul.
So kita jumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera.
Salam.